Well, a few tips ago, I had done a tip on adding a layer mask and whitening the eyes here. And one of the things that I find myself doing all the time, and it's one of those things, it just takes a couple extra seconds, but if you can save that time on something you do all the time during the day, and that for me it's a layer mask. I'm always adding layer masks. So if I can save a few extra seconds, it just makes me feel better, and I think it just speeds up my workflow. So here's the tip. When I added this layer mask to this layer, notice I added it and it was black. Well, when I added it, it was actually white instead. So what I wanted to do was change it to black, and I'm always mentally going in, I'm thinking, okay, what's that keyboard shortcut to change it to black? Well, I look at my foreground and background color. I have to look over here, figure out what the background color is, think of the keyboard shortcut, when there is a better keyboard shortcut to do this, and that is just press Control I on the PC or Command I on the Mac. And that's all you got to do. And what it does is when you're selected your layer mask, it just inverts it. So if you ever want to, if you've ever realized you've added a layer mask and you're working with the wrong colors, just invert it to the other color. And it just, if it's black, it'll make it white. If it's white, it'll make it black. Now, while we're on the topic of Photoshop, and if you haven't realized, we are on the topic of Photoshop. I know that's kind of a no-brainer as far as a transition, but while we're on the topic of Photoshop, let me point out that Photoshop World registration is now open, and here's the thing. You want to register soon because the early bird special ends sometime in February, but why wait? Just get it done. You want to register soon because that makes you go get your flight and your hotel information, and the earlier you get the hotel, the better. And that's really what it comes down to. The more money you save, the earlier you get it. So we've got a special with the hotel that it's at inside at Boston. I got to tell you, Boston is probably one of my favorite venues for it. I love Vegas too, but that's just because I love Vegas. As far as I hate the 15-minute walk to the convention center in Vegas. In Boston, the hotel is attached right to the convention center. It's just a couple of minutes with the walk in between. It's a great venue. It's in a beautiful area, and we always have a good time there. So check it out at photoshopworld.com. If you're a NAP member, I think it's like $3.99. If you're not a NAP member, it's $4.99, but you get a NAP membership to go along with it. And either way, if you do the early bird registration, you save $100. So go check it out, and I hope to see you there.